Good evening, all of you. I hope you're all doing well. And today we are going to do non-restrictive and parenthetical element in the evidence-based writing part. Uh, let's kickstart the class. I am Deepa. I will take you through this class to understand what are parenthetical elements and what are non-restrictive clauses and how they can be handled. So what are non-restrictive or parenthetical elements? To be precise, they are basically part of sentences that can be removed without changing the sentence meaning. So therefore they should be kept in such a manner that even if they are removed, the sentence should not make much difference, or the sentence should not completely change. So let's see how we are going to do it. The sentence would still make sense without the parenthetical element. How? Commas, parentheses, or dashes are used at the beginning and end of the parenthetical element. So basically, we are talking about even. We are going to use parentheses. There are basically brackets and commas and dashes to at the beginning and the end of the parenthetical element. So even if this part is removed, this still makes utmost sense. So let's first stick to the non-restrictive element. A non-restrictive element, so here I would like to emphasize on this commas, parentheses, and dashes are used at the beginning at the end of the sentence. This is what is the most important one. So let's go to non-restrictive elements. A non-restrictive element describes a word whose meaning is almost already clear without the additional words. It is not essential to the meaning of the sentence and is set off with commas. So therefore it says that describes a word whose meaning is already clear without the additional words. So I think an example would actually give us a better idea about what we would want. The children needed sturdy shoes which were expensive. So now when we talk about sturdy shoes, we understand that they would be, if you are looking for a quality kind of a shoes, they would be expensive. Clear? Let's go. The parenthetical element. Please understand that the meaning is already clear. That is what is a non-restrictive element. The moment we are talking about sturdy shoes, definitely we know that sturdy shoes don't come for free, or sturdy shoes are not inexpensive. We already understand that they would be of value. The parenthetical element. The parenthetical element is information that is non-essential to the meaning of the sentence. So you are adding information which will not be, even if that meaning is not there, it still makes sense. Let's have an example. A clarification or an aside. For example, Tom a 9th grader won the prize. Now, when I say this, Tom won the prize also makes sense, but Tom, a 9th grader, won the prize adds more information to Tom. But even without the part, that parenthetical element, we still can make sense of the sentence, right? So this is exactly what a clarification or an aside. This is basically not a clarification, this is an aside. Clear? Let's go forward. Texas Tech says that cooperative gameplay, a video game feature that allows players to work together as a team, leads to increased empathy in the real world. Now here we have 4 choices, and in these 4 choices we have to understand what we are going to use. Please check which one to use. Now we have understood what non-restrictive clause is and what the parenthetical element is. So therefore, um, we have to understand that we also understood that it has to, you use a comma or a dash or a bracket to clarify your point, right? So therefore we need more practice about how we should be doing it rather than anything else. Now when we're talking about the element, we should understand that we should have some questions and answers which will help us understand what we really want. Let's check this. Texas Tech says that cooperative gameplay, a video game feature that allows players to work together as a team, leads to increase increase empathy in the real world. So what is it that you think is needed? Here we understand that we require commas, parenthesis, and dash. So let's check what we have here. Here we have a dash. So therefore, this is an introduction of the sentence what cooperative gameplay is. A video game feature that allows players to work together as a team. Now here we have started with a dash. So therefore we should have a dash here too. Therefore no change is the right answer. Now the best feature about this parenthetical element is that even if I remove this, the sentence will still make sense. Anything you remove between these commas, between 2 commas, even if you remove it, it will still make sense, provided that that commas is basically describing the subject. That is when, even if you remove, like we cannot remove vital information because it is placed between commas. We cannot do that. So rather, if we can always, we cannot remove vital information between commas, but we can definitely, remove if the subject is being, described. Like in this sentence, you see that the we were talking about the cooperative gameplay, and we were discussing about a cooperative gameplay, what it is. We were describing what gameplay is, the cooperative gameplay. So therefore, if we remove it, it will make sense. Now, Texas Tech says that cooperative gameplay leads to increased empathy in the real world. Makes sense. But what is cooperative gameplay? This parenthetical element gives us a better idea. It's about, okay, a gameplay feature that allows players to work together as a team. So therefore, that is leads to increased empathy in the world. Clear? Let's go to the second question. Now here, some research suggests that Tyrannosaurus rex, although often ridiculed for its diminutive arms, may have been able to lift a full 450 pounds with each appendage. Now we have to check. We have placed a comma here and we are discussing about the Tyrannosaurus rex, and we have put a dash here. Let's look at the options. Yes. Now, whenever you have to check whenever there is some parenthetical element, you have to check whether that element is describing the noun or not. If it is not describing the noun, we cannot just remove it. But if it is describing the noun, then definitely, even without that also, it will make sense. Some research suggests that Tyrannosaurus rex may have been able to lift a full 450 pounds with each appendage. That makes sense, right? So therefore, although often ridiculed for its diminutive arms, is an additional information to Tyrannosaurus rex. And the next part of the sentence is basically a contradictory statement about it. So therefore, now to begin this parenthetical element, you would have comma there, and when we were ending it, we used a dash. So we have to maintain integrity. I mean, we have to maintain. If we have chosen commas, we will choose only commas. If we have chosen dashes, so therefore we should have a dash after Tyrannosaurus rex also. But because we have started with a comma, we have to go with a comma, and the answer is B. Is it clear? Yeah. Let's go to the next question. Now, this kind of an element is more often understood when we are discussing it rather than when we are practicing it, rather than giving you a lots and lots of theory part. It is more important that we practice it. When we are practicing it, we understand where we are going wrong and how we are going wrong and stuff. Rania, who had not noticed the missing strawberry pie, could not figure out why her pudding was sick. Let's look at the options. Now here, we have a parenthetical element, but Rania, who had not noticed her missing strawberry pie, could not figure out why her poodle was sick. In this case, do we have to use a comma? Check. The Rania is the subject, and who is basically the relative clause that starts. So therefore, generally, if it is a modifier placement, we should not have a comma there. But we are talking about the restrictive, parenthetical element. So therefore, we have to understand whether we are going to use what modifier placement is, the rules of the modifier placement, or we are going to use the rules of the parenthetical element. If we are going to use the rules of the modifier placement, then we need to understand that before Rania, there will not be any comma. Before and after Rania, there will not be any comma. Therefore, we will not have comma at all, and we will work on it. But let us see if that kind of an option is available or not. At the same time, even after strawberry pie, we should not have a comma. But that kind of an option is not available. Therefore, we are not going to use the technique that we are going to use for the modifier placement. Therefore, we have to check whether we have a comma after Rania and after strawberry pie. If that option is available, then that is the right answer. Let's check. In option B, we have that option. So therefore, we will take option B. Clear? Let's go to the next question. Mickey Mouse, the familiar Disney animated character, spoke his first words over 85 years ago. Now here, who is Mickey Mouse? Always understand what is the parenthetical element I'm discussing about. Who is Mickey Mouse? The familiar Disney animated character. So therefore, that is a descriptive aside, and that has been separated with commas. So therefore, I don't think there is a requirement of any change in the sentence. Let's check the options. Yes, no other option actually goes well because we just wanted who Mickey Mouse is, and the next part, the next descriptive aside, the familiar Disney animated character describes Mickey Mouse. Therefore, we are going to talk about no change. Let's go to the next question. Chinese salamanders, which can grow up to 6 feet in length, are known for their crying baby vocalizations. Now here, when we are discussing about, see, Chinese salamanders are being discussed here, and they have used a dash, and they have used a parenthesis here and a dash here. So therefore, it does not go well. Either we have to stick to using using a bracket, or we should remain using the dash. Now, the first one, bracket, is not in our hands. So because it is not underlined, so therefore we cannot do anything about it. The only thing that we can do is with the sentence where we have the dash, where the line is underlined. Because it has started with a bracket or a parenthesis, we have to end it with a bracket too. Therefore, we cannot use a dash. Let's check what are the options. See, because we've started with a bracket, we have to end it with a bracket too. Therefore, we'll go with D as the right option. Let's go to the next question. Vertigo, in addition to being a disorienting medical condition, is the title of a famous Hitchcock film. Now, what vertigo? When we are talking about vertigo and we are discussing more about it, so therefore we require something which will tell us, because we are giving additional information about vertigo. So we should use either a comma, either a parenthesis, or either a parenthetical, either a bracket, or a dash. Now here, at the end of this, we have a comma. Therefore, here also we need to have a comma. Let's look at the options. Yes. So we're going to use option C. Okay, let's go to the next sentence question. Hawaii, which joined the US in 1959, is the only American state that was once a kingdom. Let's check for the options. Now here, as we were discussing, if this is a modifier placement, we can use, we should not have commas. That option is here. And if you are looking for a parenthetical element, even then we have 2 commas. So therefore, no change can also be an answer. B can also be an answer. But because we are doing parenthetical element, we'll go with no change. Hawaii is the only American state that was once a kingdom. Also makes sense, right? But Hawaii, which joined the US in 1959, is the only American state that was once a kingdom, is also makes sense. So therefore, if which joined the US in 1959 is a descriptive aside or a clarification or an explanation or an additional information, then we have to divide it with 2 commas. And because we are talking about Hawaii, we are giving more information about Hawaii. Therefore, we'll go with the parenthetical element and we'll have no change for an answer. Let's go to the next option. Like fingerprints, tongue prints are unique to every person. So here, what do you think is needed? Like fingerprints, tongue prints are unique to every person. Here, it is not a descriptive aside at all, right? If I remove tongue prints are unique to every person, it will not make sense. So therefore, this is not a parenthetical element we're discussing. But at the same time, I'm describing, comparing fingerprints and tongue prints. So therefore, we'll go with C. We'll go with C. Clear? Because we don't need a comma after tongue prints. It is not going to be useful. So therefore, like we are just describing like fingerprints. So therefore, we'll add a comma and then we'll start the sentence. But this is not a parenthetical element we are talking about. Is it clear? Let's go to the next question. Located in Richmond, California, the Rivertil WW2 home front is a national historical park dedicated to telling the stories of US civilians' efforts to aid the war. Whenever we talk about a place and we talk about the state it belongs to or country it belongs to, we should always use a comma to separate them. Now, Richmond is located in California. So therefore, we put a comma and then we put California. But after California also, I need to put a comma. Let's look at the options. Yes. We are basically located in Richmond, the river tier. Now here, even if you need a comma, After the Rosie, we don't have to mind it because that is not underlined. Clear? So we are only going to look at the option where it is talking about Richmond and California. So therefore we'll go to C as the right option. Let's go to the next question. Golden flint chicks with blue phosphorescent beads on their mouth's edges are easy to feed in the dark. Now here we have started the sentence with a bracket and we are ending the sentence with a dash, which is not acceptable. Therefore, let us look at the options and check which one goes well. Because it has started with a bracket, we have to end it also with a bracket. Therefore, we go with C as the right option. Let's go to the next question. The Great Boston Molasses Flood of 1919, which moved faster than one could expect, killed 21 people and injured 150. Now here, without the parenthetical element, does it make sense is what you need to understand. The Great Boston Molasses Flood of 1919 killed 21 people and injured 150. Therefore, what we have to check is there is a comma here, perfect. There is a comma here, perfect. Therefore, we go for no change as the right option. Let's go to the next question. The father who planted a tree every time his wife gave birth ended up with a forest. Now here, he started up with a dash. So therefore, here also we require a dash. Let's check for the options. Yes, we have an option that has a dash and therefore we have to take it as a right option. Now here, we should always remember, rather than understanding what is the most suitable answer or what is the answer you have in your head, it is better to understand that there should be something which will tell you like you should not first see the options and then decide the answer. Rather, you should look at the question first. You have 40 seconds for each question. So you should first look at the question and then you should be looking for an answer. Here, B is the right option. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so we go forward to the 14th question. And there was some technical snack, sorry. So when it is coming to, let's talk about Dale Havens. And now, please always understand. So whatever is your whatever is your presumption about what the answer would be, that would always be the best answer. So we are talking about Dale Havens, and who was Dale Havens? Morgantown's police commissioner. Now, who is Dale Havens? Is Morgantown's police commissioner. He is retiring after 35 years of serving the city. Now, if I don't put a comma after police commissioner, there will be a discord. Imagine, now I don't know who Dale Havens is, and I put a comma there, and I say Morgantown's police commissioner is retiring after 35 years of serving the city. Now, this makes sense. This makes sense, but the problem is that we will not be able to understand. Then we will be saying that Dale Havens and Morgantown's police commissioner are either two different people, or there is a the Discord and we don't know who Dale Havens is, we actually want to introduce that Dale Havens is Morgantown's police commissioner. So therefore, we have to put a comma after Dale Havens, and then we have to put a comma after the police commissioner too. Okay, so let's look for the option that has a comma after the Morgantown's police commissioner. Let's look at the options. Yeah, so in option D, we have the same answer. I mean, we have the answers that we have presumed will be the right answer. So therefore, we go with the answer D. Is it clear? Now let's go forward with the next question. Chef Dominic Ansel created the cronut, a cross between a croissant and a donut, in New York in 2013. Here we are discussing about what cronut is. So therefore, a comma after donut is mandatory. Let's check if we have an option that has that. Yes, we have an option that has a comma after the donut. So therefore, we'll go with B. By now, I think you would have got a hang of it to understand what is descriptive aside. There is a very close, subtle differences and close reference between modifier placements and the syntax and the non-restrictive and parenthetical elements. So therefore, you should try to make sure that you have the right answer with you. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay. Okay, now the 16th question is, the scary looking robots which were designed by the Defense Department are essentially puppets. Now here, in this case, when I'm segregating this descriptive aside, I'm basically talking about the robots. So therefore, you have a comma here and you have a dash here. So therefore, because we cannot make a change here, we have to make a change here. Therefore, I require an option which has a comma. Let's check if I have those options. I have the option and the option is D. Clear? Let's go forward with question number 17. The sinometer, which was once used to measure the blueness of the sky, is now obsolete. Now here, you can see that I have a comma here, whereas I have a bracket here. So it is immaterial to tell you that I have to start this part also with a bracket because I already have an ending bracket. So therefore, at least with the others like a dash or a comma, others like dash or a comma, you will have a confusion whether to use it or not to use it. But when it is a bracket, there is no reason to, there's no reason for question, because if there is an ending bracket, there should be a opening bracket too. So therefore, we'll have to choose an option that will have start with a bracket. So let's look at the options. So here, without a doubt, we can go and tap on C as the right answer. Hello, I'm sorry for the problem here. We have been facing some problem. Okay, so let's go forward with the 18th question. And here the question is, Joseph looked on appalled while his daughter smothered ketchup all over their ice cream sandwich. So therefore, let's look at the options. There's nothing that we need to change here. So therefore, we'll go with no change as a right option. See, now he could say, Joseph looked down while his daughter smothered ketchup all over their ice cream sandwiches. Now, once it is done, appalled is basically an expression of its expression. So therefore, that could be put in commas, and then we can have the no change as an option. Can we? We'll go with no change as an option. Why are we using no change as an option? Because looked on, we are talking about his expression, and that is basically describing it. So that's why we have put it in two commas, between the commas. Let's go to the next question. Much to my chagrin, scientific studies have failed to prove the health benefits of chocolate ice cream. So we don't require a comma after the scientific studies, because there's nothing that it is describing. So therefore, we look for an option where we don't have a comma after the scientific studies. Okay, and number C makes the right answer for us. Clear? Let's go to the next option. Next question, sorry. Hong Kong, a former British colony, was returned to China after 100 years. Now here, I have a comma here. So therefore, I require something here. And because I already have a comma there, I would like to have something that is a comma. So therefore, let's look at the options. Yes, I have the option, and the option is B. Let's go to the next question. Established in 1636, Harvard University did not award degrees to women until 1963. 300 years almost. Okay, so here we have to understand that we don't require any comma after Harvard University, because it does not stop there. And we have actually put the subject here. Now this is basically a modifier placement question that requires modifier placement rules. We have talked established in 1636. What was established in 1936? Harvard University. So this is a perfect sentence, a complex sentence, and therefore no change should be the right option. But let's take a look at the other options too. We'll go with A. Clear? Because Harvard University is not a descriptive aside, but it is the subject itself. So therefore, you cannot put a comma, put Harvard University between the commas as descriptive aside, because we are not describing 1636. So therefore, no change is the right option. Let's go to the next question. Originally servants of the court, minstrels, were widely popular medieval performers whose songs told stories of distant locations or historical events. Okay, so here we're talking about originally servants of the court. Who are they? When we are discussing about originally servants of the court, who are they? So therefore, we are talking about the minstrels, were widely popular medieval performers. Now, when we are saying minstrels were widely popular medieval performers, therefore, it requires, that is an additional information about the servants of the court. Therefore, no change should be the ideal option, but let's check the other options too. Look at the other options too. We'll go with no change as the right option. Clear? Now let's go to question number 23. The Falkland Islands, a British territory in South America, is a home to approximately 3,000 people and 500,000 sheep. Now here, what is Falkland Islands? A British territory in South America. So that is a descriptive aside. So we have a comma here. So, and we don't have anything here. And therefore, because we have a comma here, having a comma here would be idle. But let us check if we can have something else, brackets or a dash, if it is possible. Otherwise, we'll carry on with a comma. Let's check the options and then decide. See, the point is either we should have a pair of dashes, or we should have a pair of commas, or brackets. I will not say a pair of brackets because brackets come in a pair. So therefore, we'll go with C as the right option. Let's go to the next question. Mozart's Requiem, Mass, one of the most myth-laden compositions in history, was actually completed after his death by composer Franz Xaver Sismar. Now here, Mozart's Requiem Mass. So that is basically the name of what his work was. So therefore, we should basically have a comma because we're describing what Requiem Mass is. So, and then we should not have a full stop here. I don't think having a full stop here makes sense. And we should have a comma here. So let's check if we have a pair of commas or a pair of dashes or what is it? Most probably we should have a pair of commas. Yes, we have the option in D where we have a pair of commas. That's the best way of discussing it. We cannot have a full stop there and we cannot have nothing there. So there D is the right option. Let's go to the next question. Hippos can charge at almost 20 miles per hour and as if that were not intimidating enough, they sweat red liquid. Okay, so this is put in a bracket, so therefore I don't need it requires any change. No change should be the best option, but then look at the other options too. Hippos can charge at least 20 miles per hour, and as if that were not intimidating enough, they sweat red liquid. Now, as if that were not intimidating enough is a descriptive of charging at almost 20 miles per hour. So therefore, either it should be placed between two commas, but because it has brackets, we will go with no change as the right option. Clear? Let's go to the next question. Now here, the main point that I would want to make is, even if I remove this point, the sentence will still make sense. Hippos can charge at almost 20 miles per hour and they sweat red liquid. That makes sense. Okay, so that is what a descriptive aside is. Even if you remove it, the sentence will still make sense. Carrara marble, which has been quarried for over 2,000 years, has had many famous applications, including the Anthem and Michelangelo's David. So let's check what it is. Now here you have a dash before the which here. So therefore, we should end it with a dash only. Let's check at the options. Let's look at the options. Sorry. Which has been quarried for over 2000 years, has had many famous applications, including the Anthony and Michelangelo's David. Now we don't have a dash here, so therefore we don't understand why we have a dash there in the first place. Right? Therefore, we'll go with B as the right answer, but I still doubt its accuracy, sorry. Okay, so I think there is some mistake in the question, and because we generally, if we are starting with a dash, we should have an ending dash. If it is not there, we don't put a dash there at all, because that is a descriptive aside. So there's something wrong, or we have to put a dash here. Clear? That could be the right answer. Yeah, I think there are 2 years. Probably one of the option has missed getting a dash. So therefore B is the right answer because we have added the dash there. Let's go to the next question. The investment banker was surprised to find that his high school marching band picture, complete with terrible haircut he had sporting at the time, was now circulating as a popular meme. Now here, let's check what are the options, because here it is difficult to decide on an option, because the starting of the sentence and the ending of the sentence also comes under the underlined part. So let's look at the options. Now here it says, the investment banker was surprised to find that his high school marching band picture, there is we don't have any option here that talks about a bracket here. So therefore, no change is not the right option. Complete with terrible haircut he had sported at that time was now circulating as a, this sounds the best option, B. Let's go to the last question. Teenagers who recently had difficulty on job search are finding it easier to gain employment this summer. Now, because we have a comma here, so therefore we should have a comma here too. Let's look for that option. Yes, we have that option in D. So therefore, I think we understood it well about how to use the non-restrictive and parenthetical element properly. We have understood when to use a dash, when to use a comma, and when to use brackets, and when not to use them too, and how to use them only in pairs. We cannot have different things, but we have to have it in a pair. I think the session was informative and useful, and sorry for the technical snack in between that we had. And I hope this will help you score better in your SAT evidence-based writing part. Thank you so much. All the very best.